Good morning, class. Welcome to St. Peter's School. So this is your science class, and in previous class we were discussing about the three equation of motion, which is given by the Newton to solve the problems for those objects which moves with a uniform velocity. Okay, so now again today we are going to see how actually it occurs when we will see through the graph. Like we already derived all the three equations through directly through the formula, and all the three formula were v is equal to u plus at, and then s is equal to ut plus half at square, and the third formula was v square is equal to u square plus 2as. So this formula, and in this formula we have seen that in first equation there is a relation between velocity and time, and in second equation there is a relation between displacement and time, and in third equation there is a relation between the displacement and the velocity. So now today we are going to see that actually how it happens through the graph. By the help of graphs we will understand that actually how this formula can be derived. So before beginning the class, I would request again all the students please take out your books so that you can also understand on which topic we are currently going. So first is velocity time relation, and velocity time relation shows that it is the first equation. We already have seen in the previous video that how actually it happens, how the this equation shows the relation between velocity and time. So let's see through the graph. Okay, so suppose this is a velocity time graph. So when this is this in the x-axis is showing velocity while y-axis is showing time. Okay, so suppose a car is having initial velocity of u is being subjected to a uniform acceleration of for a time period of t. Okay, so suppose the car is moving with a uniform acceleration up to this. Okay, and uniform acceleration body the car is moving with a suppose the car is moving with here a uniform velocity, and now it stops here. Now what happens, car moves again moving through a he's the car is again after a time t, after a time t, suppose the after a time t, suppose after time t, what happens, the final velocity of the car is v. Now car will move like this, and after the time t, there is another velocity that is v, that will be known as the final velocity. For example, suppose the car was moving 5 meter per second square. Here 10 meter per second square feet, 20 meter per second square, then 30 meter per second square, then 40 meter per second square, and suppose it is a 50 meter per second. So what will be the final velocity here? V will be 50 meter per second square, while initial velocity was the 5 meter per second square. So now we need to find the relation between v, u, a, t. Okay, so relation we are going to establish here between velocity v is the final velocity, u is the initial velocity. Why a is considering here? Because as we have already seen that here the velocity is changing, occurring, here it was 5, then 10, then 15, and then sorry, 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, right? So what we are saying that there is a change in a velocity, but yes, the velocity changing in a uniform way. Like after 10 10, it has a difference of 10 10, right? So we can say that there must be a uniform acceleration also. So we are also considering a here, and t, the whatever that after the time t, the final velocity is taken. Okay, so now we will see that BD is equal to BC minus BC. I'm so sorry. I think it's not clearly visible. So BC into CD. Let's see what is this. BD is equal to BC into CD. Okay. So where is BD? You will see, and all the points were named as, like you can see here, uh, A, B, C, D, O, and E. All the points were named already. Okay, and actually, how it happens? We have not done anything. We have just joined the with the dotted line just to take get a shape. Okay, and just to get a shape, what we have done, we just give a dotted line here where the final time is here. Okay, and then like this, so that we can get one shape. So now BD is equal to BC into CD. So where is BD? BD is this portion. BD is equal to BC. BC, where is BC? BC minus CD. Okay, I'm so sorry. So it's minus. So BC minus CD is equal to BD, right? So, BC? BC, where is BC? This is BC. So, what is BC? BC is a V, that is a final velocity. This is a final velocity here. So, BC is equal to V and CD is equal to U, right? Up to this, it was a U, and up to after this, it was a V, or you can say it is the full whole line is V, and the up to this it's a U, so it is U. So V minus U is equal to BD. Okay. So since the length of BC is equal to V, BC length of the BC is equal to V, and length of CD is equal to U. See, we already have seen CD is equal to U. Okay. So CD is equal to U. So VC minus CD means V minus U. Now, what is A? We all know that what is acceleration? Change in velocity by time taken. Now, what is change in velocity? So, we already know that what is change in velocity. Change in velocity is V minus U. Okay, so V minus U, or you can also write BD by AC. Now, BD by AC. Let's see through the picture how actually it happens. BD by AC. Now where is AC? AC. Okay. I'm BD by, I think it's AO, right? A acceleration is equal to B change in velocity. Now what is change in velocity? Change in velocity is BD. Yes. Because this minus this will be the change in velocity. So you can also write on BD. Okay. BD by time taken. Time taken is OC or AO. It's written here as AO, but it should be OC, right? So BD by OC, time changes that O and C, right? Or it's showing here AO. No, it's not correct. AC might be it A or C. Okay, so BD, or you can just write understand like this. It's a time taken is equal to T. Nothing else. What are the time taken? T. So BD by T, and what is BD value of BD? BD is V minus U by T. So A is equal to V minus U by T. When you will solve it, you will get a V is equal to U plus AT, that we have already seen in a previous video. So nothing you have to understand, and what you have to understand through this, that actually how it happens, how car moves, and the final velocity is V, and then how we can get how v minus u comes, because what is the final velocity, BD is equal to v minus u. Okay, so that then only we can get a form the length of this, and in this way we can find out the first formula. Now move to the second formula, that is s is equal to ut plus half at square. So now how it occurs on the graph: a car having initial velocity u is being subjected to uniform acceleration a for a time period of t. After the time t, the final velocity of the car is v. Okay, so again, and the same thing is here, that the car is moving with a initial velocity u, and then what happens after some time, after time t, it keeps moving, moving, and there is some final velocity that is called v. In the time interval t, it covers a distance of s. Now what is the distance that s covers? It means the car in the area of this portion, area of the whole portion, is the displacement covers by the car, like that car moves like this, and then it reaches the car after time t here. Okay, so what total area of this portion will be the displacement occurs by the car. Okay, so now we need to derive the relation between s u a t. In the first equation we were establishing equation between v u a t, but here what we are establishing equation between s u a t. And we also know that in second equation what is that relation, that there is a relation between displacement and time. So now S is equal to area of OABC, OABC. Okay, so this, when we will find out the area of all the this portion, we will get the what is the actual displacement. So S is equal to area of OABC. Now how we will find out the area of this OABC? Area of the rectangle is equal to OADC, OADC plus area of ABD. In this way we can find out. Now what is the area of the rectangle of OADC? That will be OA into OC, OA into OC. And how we will get the area of this? Half into base into height. So half into base is half into AD into height. Height is BD. Okay, the same thing is here written when you were substituting OA is equal to U. Now OA is U, we all know. And what is BC? BC is V. Okay, AD is T, AD is T, yes. And BD is equal to AT. BD is equal to AT. Why A? Okay, BD is equal to AT. Okay, BD is equal to AT. Why BD? Okay, so let's see again, substituting OA is equal to U. OA is equal to U. Correct. OC is equal to AD. OC is equal to AD. Right? Yes. Equal to T. Okay, correct. And BD is equal to AT. BD. Okay, BD is equal to AAT. BD is acceleration into time. Acceleration into time means velocity. Okay, so this is the final velocity. BC minus CD will be the final velocity, that is AT. Okay, V is equal to A is equal to V by T. So V is equal to AT, right? We get S is equal to UT plus half AT squared. How we will find out now? Now when we will put all the values here, what formula we will get? S is equal to UT plus half AT squared. And we already derived this formula through equation also, and now we have seen through the graph also. Now third equation is position velocity position velocity relation in the third equation. Okay, so how again in the same way the car moves with the u velocity, it reaches up to v velocity, that is bc, and then and after the time t. Now what between whom we are establishing a relation here? S, that is displacement, initial velocity, final velocity, and acceleration. We are not taking here time. Okay, so now a car is having a velocity is being subjected to uniformity for a time period t. After the time t, the final velocity of the car is v. Now S is equal to area of trapezium OABC, that we have already seen in the last equation. Substituting OA is equal to U, OA is equal to U. Okay, again BC, or else how we are writing this formula? OA plus BC into OC by half. Okay, when you will see the area of trapezium, now you can you will see there the B1 plus B2 is B1 plus B2 into height by half is the area of trapezium. So when you will write this formula here, and then what happen, you again just you have to put the everyone's value. Like for example, OA is U, and BC is nothing, it's a final velocity. OC is equal to T. Yes, so when you will put all the values over here, you will get a first equation, S is equal to U plus VT by half. From the velocity time relation, V is equal to U plus AT, we already know. So we will put the value of T here. Again what happened, then when you will derive the equation, we will get the formula here: v squared is equal to u squared minus 2as, or you can also say 2as is equal to v squared minus u squared. So in this way we have seen that how the equations are put on the graph, actually how it happens and which area we are calculating in the equation. So might be in the and problems also you can get like graphical graph question. You might get a graph question in which you are just showing that how the object is moving, and you have to find out sometimes area sometimes you have to find the value of BD, or sometimes you have to find the value of BC. So when you will know the formula, you can easily get the values. Okay, now on the page number 9 and the last, you will see that uniform circular motion is written here. Let's have a quick read. We will cover in this in the next chapter. Sorry, next class. So observe the tip of the second hand a clock. What can you say about its velocity and speed? The speed of a tip of a clock is constant, but the direction of its displacement and therefore its velocity is constantly changing. As the tip is moving along a circular path, its motion is called uniform circular motion. Can you give more examples of such motion? Okay, now what we are seeing here, the yes, here also that there is a uniform change in motion, but what happens? It's going in a straight line. But what about the clock, in which the handles are going in a uniform way, but it is not in a straight line. It always moves like in a circular motion. So that type of motion will be known as uniform acceleration motion. Okay, and we will cover this topic in the next class. Till the time, keep revising all the points. Take care and bye bye.